rasgulla and rasmalai, and these are all the ingredients that we need. So I have about 1 liter of milk in this bowl and some white vinegar, condensed milk, that is sweetened condensed milk, and some dry fruits. I have both pistachio and almonds, and some cardamom, crushed cardamom, and some saffron, or in Telugu we call it kunkuma puvu, and 2 spoons of corn flour, and about 1.5 bowl of sugar. Let's get started with. As usual, I'm turning on the stove and keeping the heat at medium high and boiling the milk first. We should boil the milk for at least 10-15 minutes and then go to the next step. You can see the milk is boiled now. You can see all the foam it is having on the top of it. At this point you can turn off the stove and remove it from the heat and let it cool down for 5 to 10 minutes. It has been 5 minutes since, not 5 minutes, 10 minutes since I took it away from the heat. They are a little bit cool, not entirely cool. You can see the steam coming out of the milk. And I have taken 2 spoons of water with 1 spoon of vinegar in this, and I'm going to combine it with the milk and mix it. So as you can see, my khoya kind of thing is formed. I'm going to add a little bit of iced water to make it cool. Now I'm gonna separate it from this using a shifter and combine it with the corn flour. So I have made this arrangement for my khoya. So I have kept a shifter and kept a paper towel on top of it and kept my khoya inside another paper towel and letting the water separate from this. And you should leave it for at least half an hour so that all the excess water is separated, and then go to the next. Khoya is separated. Now we need to knead it for at least 10 minutes. This is a long process. We need to make it soft, kind of doughy, so we need to knead it for at least 10 minutes. So it is a time-taking process, but it is essential. So I have kneaded it for 5 minutes and I'm adding the corn flour to it. I have about 2 teaspoons of corn flour in it. I'm adding it and mixing it with the khoya. So you can see my dough is formed. Now we need to make some round rasgullas and rasmalais with this dough. So it is your wish if you want to make a round rasmalai or round rasgulla, but I like rasgullas round and rasmalai flat, so I'm gonna make both the shapes. So I'm gonna make flat rasmalais like this and round rasgullas like this. So while my rasgulla is being made, I'm preparing the sugar syrup. So I have taken 1 bowl of sugar and I'm gonna add 4 cups of water to this, and we need to heat it on high for about 10 minutes until the sugar syrup is melted. See, my sugar is melted now, so I'm gonna add some cardamom powder to it, little bit of cardamom powder just to get some flavor, and little bit of saffron. This is for flavor, not color, so just a little bit, few strings of it would be fine. And mix it and let it boil for another 5 minutes. So my sugar syrup is ready now. I'm adding my rasmalai to it. You need to boil these for at least 10 to 15 minutes until they are cooked and absorb all the water. Rasmalai is easy to make, but it is a time-taking process. So most of the people prefer to buy it outside. You can already see that the rasmalai is already taking the sugar syrup into it and increasing its size. So it will take some time to boil it. You can see my rasgullas and rasmalais are boiling. We need to boil them for some more time until at least they double in size, and then continue to our next process. It has been 10 minutes since my, not 10 minutes, 15 minutes since my rasgullas and rasmalai are boiling. You can see they are double in size now. It's time to turn off the stove and let them cool for few minutes. So rasgullas are basically done. That's it, we can serve it like that. But for rasmalai we have a little bit more process to do. So basically rasgulla is done, we can serve rasgulla now. So I have taken some sugar syrup into a different bowl. So I pre-prepared some sugar syrup. It is basically the same sugar syrup that we are using now. And I am taking my rasgulla and putting it into this sugar syrup. My rasgullas are a little bit yellowish. It is because of the saffron. If you want them to be white, you can avoid adding saffron. But I like the flavor of saffron, so I have added the saffron. That's it. Rasgulla is done. And we need to cool it down for some time and then eat it. You can try the recipe now. So I have taken some ice water into a bowl. So we need to separate the rasmalai from the sugar syrup, and we need to take out the syrup from the rasmalai. To do that, we need to cool it down first. So to make the process little bit faster, I'm adding ice water to it so that it cools down and we can separate them from the syrup. So these are a little bit cool, but not even that cool to touch them. I'm taking them into a different plate. And after this we need to make the rabdi for the rasmalai. To separate from the sugar syrup. So I'm making the rabdi now. So I'm taking some milk into it, about 300 to 400 ml of milk, and heat the milk. And to the milk I'm adding a little bit of sugar. It is according to your taste. It is on your taste buds how much sweet you want your rabdi to be. And to that I am adding some saffron. This time it is for color and flavor both. So I am adding a little bit more and mix it and boil it on slow flame for 5 to 10 minutes. So my milk is boiled now. You can see the saffron released a little bit of color to it. You can add a little bit of food color to it if you want the yellowish color. Now I'm adding a little bit of condensed milk to it. So condensed milk is optional. If you are adding condensed milk, make sure that you add less amount of sugar to it. And mix it and add a little bit of cardamom powder to it for flavor, and top it up with some chopped dry fruits. And mix it and let it boil for another 5 minutes then our rabdi will be ready. So my rabdi is ready now. I'm going to turn off the stove and let it cool for at least 4 hours until it loses all the heat and becomes a perfect rabdi. So as I told, it is a time taking process, so it will take 4 hours to cool down properly. So see you after 4 hours. So it has been like half an hour since my rabdi is cooling. At this point we can add our rasmalai into this, and after adding the rasmalai we need to cool it for at least 3 to 4 hours. It is optional if you like eating hot ones, but rasmalai tastes good when it is cool, and it is better to cool them naturally instead of just keeping them inside the fridge or freezer. I feel like in that way the taste spoils a little bit. That's it guys, both rasgulla and rasmalai are ready. Please try the recipe and share your opinion in the comments, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.